What's going on? This is Pedram and I'm coming to you from Path to Purity. Today, in this video, I want to talk about the effect of porn on your brain. That's right. So, first of all, I'm not a scientist and I'm not going to get really specific in exactly what happens when you overdose in pornography. But what I will do is I will try to explain as much as I can understand the effect it has on your brain. What I can do though is I can tell you for sure the effect it has on your life based on the experience I had with it myself and based on speaking to countless other people who had this particular addiction. So I'm going to touch briefly on the effect of porn on your brain, and then I'm going to talk about some of the effect it has on your life, on your finances, on your health, on your fitness, and all the rest of it. So the effect of it on your brain. It rewires your brain. In other words, it short circuits your brain. Now, again, I'm not a scientist or a doctor, and it's probably worth looking into somebody who is a scientist and is looking into these kind of stuff in a more deeper scientific level. But I do know that it shortcuts your brain, it rewires it, and it creates a stolen effect by you releasing and re-releasing and re-releasing dopamine. So in other words, your brain, it becomes swollen and it rewires it and it short circuits your brain. When you do years and years and years of this bad habit, eventually it will add up over time, and it, in other words, if you want me to simplify it, it messes up your brain, and you need some time in recovery before your brain has the chance to go back to normal, to go back to how it were originally, or go back to recovery how you were started. So, and according to some experts, it can take up to 5 years for the soul of the brain to go back down and for your brain to go normal. Now, you can stop your habit today and get on the upward spiral of building your life. And I'm not sure, if I'm honest, how much that is true, that it takes 5 years. But I know that if you really wanted to, your recovery can happen starting from today, and within few weeks you can go back to how you were feeling originally when you were started, and you can start to get your livelihood back, and you can start to go back to how you were originally. Now it might take some time to go back to how it was, and it might take some time to fix your life again and get out of this mess and this misery that we have created for ourselves. But eventually, if you stay away for a few weeks, you will feel better. But as in from my own experience and talking to countless people, I know that it affects your life for the negative. Unmanageability is one of the biggest things that happens to you when you're on this addiction. Another thing that happens is feeling of isolation and loneliness. A lot of people think opposite of addiction is actually sobriety. Incorrect. Opposite of addiction is connection. We addicts or people with addiction crave connection. They are lonely people. We are lonely people. And we want to connect with people. We want to really feel other people. We want to be able to communicate, connect on a deeper level. And what happens is we try to look for it in our addiction, whatever that might be, porn, food, whatever, shopping. We try to look for connection in all the wrong places. You might have heard the saying, we look for God in all the wrong places. That might be in the pub or wherever else you might be looking for it. What we really want is connection. What we're really looking for is connection with God, and then we're looking for connection with other people. And when we can't have it, we tend to isolate and go to our addiction. So isolation is a big one. we tend to isolate ourselves because the addiction likes darkness. Once we are in darkness, then we go to our addiction. Addiction scares of light. When we are in light, when we are connecting with other people, and when we are with those people, addiction is very hard to manifest itself. Addiction, what your addiction likes to do is to isolate you, and then once you isolate you, it gets you to drink the drug, whatever that chosen drug might be. So isolation, disconnection, unmanageability, feeling of numbness, letting go, overeating, maybe overindulging in digital or social media, and letting go of your health, letting go of your finances, not being able to manage your finances, not being able to keep jobs, not being able to keep relationship, divorce, separation. All of that stuff is a byproduct of you being hooked in pornography, and also being hooked on any kind of other addiction where it takes away your life. And one of the biggest things that happens to you once you are in this addiction is it becomes your number one priority in life. Even when you're at work, or even when you're with other people, is you're thinking about when you're going to go home, or when you're going to have an opportunity to act out on this addiction. So it becomes the number one priority. However, once you get off it, all of a sudden, or you can focus on the task at hand, whether that is going to the gym, whether that is working on a business project, or whether that is on your health, on your relationship, spending time with your kids, whatever that might be. We can solely focus on that task, and we can stop thinking about addiction, because when we are hooked, all we're thinking about is our addiction. We have no focus. When we are with somebody, or when we are focusing on a project or a task, all we're thinking about is when are we going to get our drug again, or when are we going to get our fix again. So it's important to realize this, and know that this addiction has negative effect on your life, and there is nothing good about it. Nothing. The pleasure you get from this addiction, from pornography, from any type of addiction, compared to the pleasure and the livelihood you get from being sober and from being connected to people, is so much difference, is so much different. The pleasure you get from any type of addiction is instant. So within 1 hour, the effect is gone and makes you feel miserable. But when you're sober, the effect stays with you with your life, stays with you with your relationship, stays with you all around of areas of your life. So it's important to know that this addiction has no benefit for you. And when you realize, when you really want recovery, when you really want recovery from the bottom of your heart, and when you know that other people, kindness, having a good character, being a godly person, all of that stuff is better than just a bed of floss or acting out. It's important to realize that this addiction has no benefit, or hasn't got any use for you. And this is the effect of it on your brain and on your life. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, subscribe to our channel for more videos just like this one. If you have any thoughts, any question, leave them in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. And if you need specific help, if you need to join a support community, and if you want to join a coaching program where we can help you step by step overcome it, there should be a link in the description. It takes you to another page. Follow the instruction in that page, and you're on your way to overcoming this addiction. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.